Adam Lerner, and welcome to this week's Friday Flickr photo critique. Yeah, I've been really busy shooting like crazy. It's been holiday season, and sorry I haven't gotten any kind of other photo type videos out there for you guys. I definitely know that I owe you some stuff, and I will be working on it soon, I promise. In the meantime, I have time to do a Friday Flickr photo critique, and I've been getting so many great submissions. This one is no exception. This one is from a guy named Stephan, who is from Vienna, Austria, which I'm told is a really beautiful place, somewhere I know that I would like to visit. What was really cool about Stephan's photo set is that he tried to assemble what he thought was a cohesive set. A set of images that were kind of lifestyle and music and, you know, really kind of embodied some kind of a cohesive theme. And I saw that in his photos, and I also liked his style. So let's first get into this very first one. Here we've got like some cool cat, you know, on a skateboard doing some kind of trick on a skateboard park. There's some cool graffiti over there. The guy's wearing a cool hat. He's in a cool position. The light's really nice on him, and there's some really nice processing. It looks to be maybe some split toning, whatever the case may be. I really like what he's done here. I may have just gotten in a little bit closer, a little bit tighter. Hard to say what he was shooting with lens-wise, although we can look at his EXIF information. I will be posting a link to his Flickr set, but I really like what's going on here. I like that he waited, or maybe was lucky, but I'm assuming that he waited until the guy on the skateboard was kind of just above tree line. Really separates things out there. Really nicely done. And, you know, I think, look, if you've got a knack for skateboarding photos, man, just shoot skateboarding photos, shoot your skateboarding friends, shoot them hanging out, do all kinds of lifestyle stuff. I mean, like, look at this shot. This is that same dude. And, you know, what really works about this is that not only do we have some great lighting, because we've got the background all, you know, darkened out like that. We've got the stream of I'm assuming water or whatever he's spitting into the air. It's just a cool lifestyle shot. You know, it kind of goes with the attitude that you get, you know, with a skateboarder. Let's just really, for a second here, let's just look at the EXIF information, because I'm kind of, you know, interested to see what we got here. We've got a Canon ES60D at 1/800th of a second at f2.8, so he's got a 2.8 lens shooting at 55mm. So that's a really nice setup. He's got a 60D with a I'm guessing an 18 to 55 2.8. Fantastic, really fast lens, really sharp lens, and obviously Stephan has a really good eye for capturing stuff. And again, what I really like about it is that he caught, you know, the skateboard dude, you know, in the air doing his thing, but then he also, like, you know, was doing some lifestyle stuff. So it helps to build the story. Really nice stuff. Okay, so this is just called Prague. Now, what is wrong with this picture? Well, we've got a really, what appears to be really cute, nicely fit girl walking along, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with nice, cute girls, you know, but all we've really got is a girl walking away down a cobble path with some trees. The toning is nice, or the black and white is really nice here. But how would I know that this is Prague? What is going to inform me that this is Prague unless Stephan said this was Prague? I would like to see something happening. I'd like to see this girl's face. I'd like to see her, you know, I'd like to have this so that I know that this is Prague. Otherwise, it's just kind of a photo of a girl walking away with really nice clarity. So again, that's how I feel about it. All right, so we've got a silhouette of some dude rocking out on the guitar, and it's a little bit heavy for me. I think that it's not quite a full silhouette, because, you know, you've got some detail here. The feet are cut off. That kind of bugs me. You know, he's got his Vans on here. We're just missing like the bottom of the Vans. We got space up here, so maybe if we just dropped it down just a touch. I think that shots taken on stage are awesome. You know, and maybe, you know, Stephan wasn't spot metering. I don't know if his intention was to shoot this guy's silhouette, but, you know, it's still cool that he was on stage. And this is kind of one of those unique views that you get when you're shooting a band and you're on stage. You're not just in the photo pit. All right, this one is live, and I'm guessing it's from a live show. We've got a sweaty dude. The thing that bugs me about this one, and seriously, Stephan, I am not ripping on you at all. I really like your style. Is that I'm just giving you some ideas here. That's all. I like the selective focus, but I wish you would have turned a little bit more, and we could have seen more of this guy's face and his entire horn. Whereas you've cut off the horn. His hand is cutting off his face. You've got this other horn kind of, hovering over him. Maybe if this was shot horizontally instead of vertically, whatever the case may be, it's close. And that's what I like. It's close, and I think it could just be a little bit better. Nice silvery tones, cool black and white with the background completely blacked out. That's very cool. I love live shots that are like that. This one is really one of my favorites as well. Artkiss Air 1. I would imagine that this is a band. And you know what? This has that classic rock band shot. These guys are standing on a street. You've got them backlit, illuminated by the headlights of a car. You've got some other stuff going on here. It's super grainy and gritty, which is awesome. All these dudes have kind of like their own looks. They're all kind of separated out. You've got some like light shadow kind of stuff spilling through their legs. Really, really super cool. I like the way you processed it. Whatever you did there, it kind of even has like a filmy look to it. So I would say that this is a really, really nicely done band photo. The only thing, if I were to say one thing, is that I'm guessing the dude in the scarf is the lead singer. He's looking down. It would have been nice if you had the same kind of shot with him actually looking at camera. But again, there's something cool about that. Maybe he's like an introspective dude, and that speaks to the band. Overall, thumbs up. Real nice. Let's move along right here. And we have got the same band. I guess this is 2 because of the second shot. Now, I think that shooting backstage for bands is fantastic. I think that you get some really, great moments. You get the band kind of like in their element, doing their thing. You get candid stuff. You get a connection with the band because when people go out and see bands, you see them on stage and they're like rocking out and they're doing their thing and they're like larger than life. To get a little bit of a glimpse of them backstage is always really cool. So I think that there's a lot of great stuff going on here. However, this big gray blob sitting in the corner of this frame, taking up about a quarter of this frame, does not work for me at all. This was maybe somebody who was in the way or somebody who walked by at the time. Whatever the case may be, this doesn't cut it. I would say that if you're going to be showing your work to people, you want to wait for the moment when you get that shot. And unfortunately, as good as this could have been, that thing kind of, ruins it for me. All right, so now we've got another band shot over here. I'm guessing that this is a rehearsal or a recording session. Hard to say right there. It's cool. It's just, it could be cooler. There could be something going on. The guy sitting there, he could be ripping on his Nord lead or something like that. He's just kind of sitting there, maybe just having a conversation with the guitar player. It's a little bit too snapshotty for me, and that's all I would say about it. And that's going to be it for this set here. Let me just going to go back and make sure that I got everything in here, because sometimes I inadvertently start these ones in the middle. Oh, I didn't even see this one. This one is called Fall. And wow, this is kind of interesting. I didn't even see this. This looks like a bundle of sticks. Really interesting lighting going on here. I'm kind of curious as to what went on here. Let's look at the EXIF information and see what we got, because I'm kind of curious. This was with a 450D at 1/100th f11, ISO 1600, and did we have a flash going over here? Yep, the flash fired. That's what I was thinking over there. So yeah, cool shot, man. Really nice textures going on there. Just as far as like a still life, I like it. It's real nice, real good tones. I like these little light flares going on there. It's just cool, It doesn't really kind of follow what was going on with your photo set, but it's still cool. This one called Impression 3. Now, I don't really know what this is about here. I like what's going on over here. I think that as far as just a street candid, there's something going on. I think that, maybe had you shot this again horizontally rather than vertically, and you got a little bit closer, so we could maybe see a little bit more of an interaction over there. I don't think it's your strongest piece, but I still think it's cool. I think your processing is cool. So I would say that, my favorites would be the Rebellion and the drop shot. I think that the skateboarding and then the lifestyle stuff with skateboarding is really strong. And I also think that the silhouette's kind of cool, but the Arctis Air, this band shot is really, really solid. So again, Stephan, my comments, I don't mean to be harsh at all. I selected your set because I really saw something special about it, and I think that you can even do a lot more cool stuff. So really nice work. And if any of you guys want to submit your photo set, submit it to adamlernerphoto@gmail.com. Pick your 10 best photos and either create a Flickr set or a 500 pic set. And really, please try to think about a cohesive set. Again, rather than sending me like 10 different shots or, pictures of your dog, your girlfriend, landscapes, your trip to India, whatever it is, try to think of either a photo set or a photo story or some kind of a cohesive thread that kind of says something about who you are as a photographer. So that's it for now. Thanks again. Happy New Year to everybody, and we'll see you soon.